Hi YouTube. How is everybody doing? I thought I'd do an earlier video for everybody because knowing that you're like me, there's not a lot of people to talk to in the world. I mean, really talk to, or to ease the pain in your heart that we are feeling with the weight of God's sorrows upon our shoulders. So I thought I'd get on there and say, hey, I love you. You're all remarkable, and I am blessed to finally find friends in my life that think like I do. Women that are ladies, men that are gentlemen, you know. I mean, not that we don't get mad or we're not sassy or whatever, but I mean, being sassy and evil are two different things. So, say, I was wondering, I mean, I pretty much know that God can heal anybody at any time. Christ can. Jesus heals. So and I've considered this with my ex, with heavy drinking and drugs, and my brother, and even when my adopted brother and adopted dad when he was alive, because I do have a little brother. And there is another tangent I might go off on here concerning heritage, but that's another plate, like Lionel says. So getting back to, can a fried brain that forgets repent? You know, and I know that that can heal. I asked for that healing. I mean, you hear people that say they black out when they drink. Well, even being a drug counselor, yeah, you can black out, but to actually forget things, the memories are there till the next day, till they pick up that drink again and start their new adventure for the next day. That's my opinion. So, but I think with prolonged use of these things, that they can maybe not actually know on a day to day basis or remember. Maybe their memories, their long term memories, aren't as good as they should be, you know? Like it's easy to forget the next day if you like do something horrible to your kid and you're drinking or something. You know, do they remember these things? I don't know. I was thinking about that today. Well, yesterday too. And then it was funny. Well, it was, yeah, it was ironic. Well, Doug hears me think. I'm a loud thinker. He might have noticed that. Um, he brought it up this morning. Well, if they can't remember what they did, how do they repent? Well, you know, I believe that they will be shown what they did clearly. So, and I pray for that worldwide. I prayed for that this morning, that the whole world in a wave would feel their pain that they caused on other people. Well, it's just a prayer of mine. you know, Nothing wrong with that. Be a good thing to see the whole world on their knees, you know, in repentance and sorrow for the stupid things that they've done. You know, There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, to shut my shade, I have a lace curtain I put down. The sun was beaming in, so even if I put more light, it wouldn't be perfect. So, excuse the lighting. Might be better than at night anyway, but then I was thinking, I heard somebody say call London, England, London, London, and then London, London, England. And that just freaking cracks me up. I'm sorry, but I think when we're like about adults, we should know that England is the continent and London is the city. It's not London, London. London, London, England. Oh, sorry. Every time I hear that London, London, it cracks me up. I don't know, but I kind of love geography. I even had a, or do have a game on an old laptop that has geography worldwide, you know. So, and you gotta like where's Uruguay, and then it'd be South America. Yeah, you got that correct. Or what's the capital of in Alaska, Juneau, or whatever, on and on and on. But I mean, England, that just, I don't know, just cracks me up. I can't help it. If you think about it, next time you hear somebody, unless they hear me here, go London, London, and then call it London, London, England. That just, but they're well versed college people, right? That just cracked me up so bad. I just couldn't help it. I had to write it down so I didn't forget it. you know. Now I got Doug walking around. Well, I don't have him doing that. Evidently God does, but he's like, you know what, butter? I can't imitate the troll twins, but doing the troll twin imitation, and he said they like butts because they got this video with like their look pointing out guys' butts and stuff. So he's walking around saying, like when they were in the room, move over, butter. I don't have any womb. Making jokes with that accent like that. Oh my God. And it is funny. I can't help it. And Lionel was saying this morning the worst kind of trolls sitting in their basement with wife beaters on, swearing. Yes, definitely. You know, yeah, I was gonna start cracking some jokes about that having no room in that womb too. When they said butt to butt on something, I'm like, what to what? What? Oh, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me why I roll on the floor dying with laughter, for God's sake. Oh man. People are, you can tell the way their brains work by the way they speak, obviously. You know. I wonder if they had a dog down there too. Oh, no. Whoops. Okay, sorry. Sorta. Mm. Now the sun isn't shining in crazy like that. Give me a minute while I lift this up. Might be better. Oh, it's been just a beautiful day. I was outside. I had to move a ladder, so Doug could I have a cover that goes over my air conditioner, and we didn't get that up, so he's gonna get that up for me. And then I want to move my desk over on that wall where the conditioner is till summertime anyway. So move stuff and clean it. Clean under it and all that. So yeah, might be a little better there. So yeah. Yeah, I was saying, Robin, over on your channel, I'm not big on city life, but that really is a remarkable building. Looks like it might be an old brownstone or something, but I don't know. That's a pretty cool apartment, pretty cool house, or whatever they would call it. It's pretty nice. I loved outdoor space. Philadelphia, I've been there. It reminds me of Minneapolis. It's not. Minneapolis has got like a few more skyscrapers now, but how Philly looks right now is how Minneapolis used to be when I was a kid. It looked real similar, just kind of nice little city, not nothing really huge, but mediocre. I can kind of, I don't know, I hate going into the cities at all if I have to. If I can avoid it, I do. you know, but even where you live doesn't look too bad. It's not like you're right downtown or nothing. Which I live downtown. I mean, when I did, I was working at a car wash. I looked my one of my first jobs was a car wash, but this was kind of in between, just to work and um. But anyway, so I was working at the car wash when that song came out. Really, how crazy! But those were fun times, and I was living in a brownstone. A friend of mine didn't have to pay any rent because his dad owned the apartments, and it wasn't furnished or anything, but it gave me a place to stay while I was working there. And then I didn't know what I was going to do in my life, but I ended up getting back together with my old boyfriend, which happened to be my kids' dad, and we ended up getting married and blah blah and divorced and whatnot. So yeah, long time ago, teenage days. But I used to sit on the floor after work drinking peppermint schnapps and oh, good days. Funny days, terrible days. Oh, and another song that came out that year or album was Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. So I had a good, not a big system, but a pretty nice system that I could turn up and listen to just another brick in the wall and have a drink after work and just funny, fun times. Okay, so that does bring me to another. I ran into this black guy, William, and a lot of people called him Willie, and he was extremely prejudiced. And I was sitting next to him, and he's giving me dirty looks, and um, I was gonna smoke a doobie with him, and I'm like, why do you keep looking at me like that? I go, don't I have brown eyes just like you? And that kind of took him back, and I go, what if I'm looking at you like that? I go, do you want me to go like over there or something? And then he kind of laughed and he started liking me. We started talking, but that brings me around to my little brother and sister that are African American and Native American and white. And the comments that I've heard about people's skin color, which is hate speech, by the way, that I don't appreciate. No wonder I don't get along with these filthy people, you know. And I didn't even know I had um people of color in my blood at all. My whole entire childhood. At all. Not really. Not until I was about 12 then I understood my Native American connection. But that's only because the Illuminati knew that and had me go to a powwow to get named. And I think that was to actually learn um, their culture, their spirituality, to give me an understanding of that side of life like that. And, but when I was 34 or 35, I keep forgetting what year it was, I found my mother and who my real father was. And then I met my grandma and my sister, and then some years later, I met my mom. She actually came to my wedding, the only child that she had out of five that had her at their wedding. So she called it her wedding. And it's like, well, you go ahead and take it then. I'm done. That's terrible, isn't it? But anyway, kind of two people with the same loose mindset. So some people just aren't marriage material. Some people never are ready to be married, but they lie and say they are, you know. So instead of saying goodbye and doing the honorable thing and the right thing and telling the truth, they don't do that. So some people just are never ready and never will be, not in the way this world is, you know. So just tell them like it is. It's the truth. I always was ready for an honorable relationship, but I never found that person. So, well, it's true, you know. Like I told Doug this morning, I said, you know, when you're not being evil, I go, now be quiet. I don't say nothing. I said, you really are my best friend when you're not being evil and terrible and all the rest of that stuff. But it is because of all the rest of that stuff that I can't be close like that. But that's why I talk to him, and I talk to him like a real person, like I always do, straight up, right in your face. I can't be anybody else. I can't. I can't. I'd rather rip my face and my tongue right out of my mouth than say something untrue. Now, if I was Jesus Christ himself and I had to say something untrue to save somebody's soul, or I was like doing espionage work or something for God, and something couldn't be revealed or something like that at that moment or something, I would probably say something else in its place. But luckily for me, I am not in that position. So when I'm talking, I'm telling you the truth. And I don't care. Ask me anything, I'll tell you. If you don't believe me, then you're either evil, inebriated, or an idiot. Something. So that's my opinion about life, and other people. So, and yeah, I listen to very few people now, and I saw some preaching going on that I'm not going to listen to because God told me not to. And I'll tell you why He told me not to. He said, you're on your path. And what is said within these videos, that one might be okay. Don't watch that one because it's going to piss you off and take you off your path. And I'm always thankful and grateful because He guides me like that. So, and I know, I do know. I just look and He's like, not that one. I'm like, thank you. you know. So I'm thankful every day. Every day I'm guided, you know. So, yep. So I do have a Robin video on. Hi, Robin. I thought I'd take a minute and upload one so you and everybody else have somebody with um, love in their heart and concern for human beings. Even if I sound tough, I'm still the first one that'd save your life in a crowd. So even the biggest troll in the whole world, really, it could be coming after me. It could hurt me and then lay there hurt, and I'd still have to feel like I want to save it. That's my compassion inside me. So, like my face is bleeding. I'm like, oh, you poor baby, are you okay? When it fell and stubbed its little knee. That's something like that. And that's really not an exaggeration. I've been through a lot of things like that. So I don't just talk, I actually am what I'm saying, you know. And I do like the feeling of being able to trust somebody I'm listening to, even if it doesn't make sense to other people and it makes sense to me. That's all that really matters. So that's why I know I have friends I can talk to. I told Doug too, I'm going to go out and find friends. I'm going to find friends like me. Like if he was off drinking with his buddies and I'm at home, like cleaning the house after work or whatever, just per se. Um, so many years of that, like 30 years, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to do my own thing and you're just going to off, and I'll show you what good friends are instead of trash. I'll show you the difference between integrity and honor and trust and truly walking like people of God. Because I will find them. I told them it's a big world, but there's got to be some out there. And I was bound and determined to find them. And I told them it's okay. You don't have to socialize with my friends, and I don't want to socialize with yours. As a matter of fact, Many of them I have kicked out of here. It's like, you want to talk to Doug? You go out in the shop. Get out of my house. I'm done with you. You know, these one people were in here not too long ago. Oh, as a guest a few years. And he even was a customer of ours. But um, I told him, I just got back from Texas. I'm tired. Um, I don't want any company. And if I did, you wouldn't be it. Leave me alone. Go out to the shop if you want to talk to Doug, but get out of my house. Because when I finally draw the line with somebody, that's it. You know, that's just the way it is. It's not that I don't forgive people or I don't love them, but I don't have to be a friend to somebody, and I don't have to sit down and dine with somebody or sit next to somebody if I don't like them, you know. And it's just not like that. So that doesn't make me unchristian. That makes me a wise Christian. I wouldn't be alive right now if I didn't run on my instincts. You know, it's just like God said, oh, no, 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 don't watch that. Don't watch that video. You know, there was something about to the churches, and God said, no, Because when somebody talks to my church, I know when it's from God, you know. So there would have been something else on there that was going to piss me off. And God said, don't do it. And it would have got you off track. So, yeah, our instincts and um, going by that on a secondly basis has saved my life. And it will save yours too. Don't ignore your instincts, they're so important, you know. So, yeah. Well, I asked for apologies from people that had treated me dirty and they didn't give me any, so I know God's going to help me with justice. You'll see. When there's a will, there's a way. And I have the will, and I will find the way. You won't get away if any troll creep, you little creeps, won't get away with trying to slander and dirty and harass and um I mean, it's not a matter of I don't fear anything, but let's put it this way. Um, I had somebody open my gate so my horse could get out on the road, you know, stuff like that. I mean, when physical things actually happen, it's not fear, you know, it's a whole, but when somebody actually, I have a man on here telling me they're going to punch me in my face, I'm like, well, you better make it good because a lot of big ass man tried that shit and I'm standing here. So, um, but I mean, when I have these people coming against me with foul language and threats and literally uh, attaching filth, such filth with my name that it could jeopardize me or somebody I love, that's not fear. That's my God given right to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore out here. So it has nothing to do with fear, you know. So and that's the way that is. Would I be afraid? Well, I wouldn't be pleased, would I? Put a little tinge of fear if somebody wanted to kill me, but I would be glad, you know. I'm not afraid to die, so therefore I don't fear like that. You see what I'm saying? But I do fear people hurting people I love or somebody walking in my house startling me. I mean, things that wouldn't be pleasant for anybody. I don't have to live like that. I don't have to have those thoughts put in my mind by little demonized creature troll things, you know. So, because, okay, let's put it this way. Uh, if my horse had got hit out on that road, a neighbor horse came over here. Two of them did, actually, to visit me. But this one neighbor horse jumped the fence and she was coming over here to visit me and she got hit on the road and she died. You know, the person in the vehicle could have died. So it's not just a matter of my horse getting out or getting hurt. It's a matter of lives, her lives, their lives, somebody else's. And the kid totaled his truck, you know. The girl lost her pony. I mean. So it's just not a matter of fear. It's a matter of reality, of thoughtless or thoughtful in an evil manner people doing things to other people or saying things that they don't think they have to deal with any ramifications. And I'm here to show you that that's not going to work like that no more. It's going to take me some time to get all this together, but I'm telling you, I am going to stop these troll, ugly, filthy minded, pig ass type people. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I will find that way, no matter what it takes. I might just monetize a channel or make a GoFundMe just for this issue. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And I do get like this wanderlust type of thing where I want to go and see something or do something or something. So if I have to travel to do something to make my point, no matter what it takes or where I have to go, that's what I'll do. So, and if I can't do it, I'll have somebody do it for me. I'll find a way. I am entirely sick of it. When I hear people using the N word and people talking about people of color and how they talk and everything else, you cross the line. So that's the way that is. And it's funny. I wonder how many videos of these filthy people really have these hate speeches in there. And if um, Google, YouTube was actually doing their job, wouldn't that hate speech be endangering people? Wouldn't speaking on somebody's skin color, uh, putting a slanderous name on somebody, wouldn't that be hate speech? Yeah, it is. So there's a lot of things that I see these so-called Christians. Now, I don't even I use the term Christian loosely because there's no other name to say I have faith in God and his son Jesus Christ died for me. So all the churches had called it Christians. Well, I don't know. I really that even really still bothers me. I say lover of God, but then if big G, little g, all that crap just bothers me. There's only one almighty, period, you know? So when I hear this big G, little g shit, it's like, gee, why don't you shut the hell up with your crap, people? You know what I mean? You all, you do, I'm sure. Just yeah, yeah. Um, I'm gonna study a little bit on socialism and globalism and the difference between a globalist and a socialist because yeah. So maybe maybe not today, but I had that on my mind too. So when I was a kid, there was these little crackers and they had little poppy seeds in them, and they were called Sociables. I don't know if they have them anymore, but they were so good. So I'm like a cracker person. I love salty crackers. I guess a lot of my granddaughters are like that too. Well, most babies are, most kids, but I don't know. So, okay, people, I'm gonna put this through. I love you very much. I'm gonna get back to watching Robin. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.